Okay, voices off, please. Camera's going for my assignments like we talked about. That will be happening. So, talking tallies will be in effect, double, as we talked about before, right? Okay, we're doing our lit circle today. I understand that means there will be talking involved, obviously, but we still need to keep it at a classroom appropriate level, right? Okay, so what you need on your desk right now are your lit circle sheets, and you need to meet with the members of your lit circle. Okay, I will give you about 12 minutes to talk about the events that occurred in your lit circle.
Who's in Reagan's group? Us. Wait, did Reagan bring her?
Okay, we'll set it like this.
He said, how did he look? A big tree hit him. Tree holes, he got caught in the head by a big tree. What was Timothy? A big cat. Stew cat. A model of stew cat. Nice description. Hilarious. What kind of it might be the coolest what's out there? He fell overboard. Timothy went after him. Timothy saw him. Doctor said he got to shore and it got born this way. Next, Timothy makes shelter and helps him. After that, Timothy was where is his hat? Others have taken Jack and Jen. Timothy made obviously their stuff is here. I'm not saying that. There's too much to cover up.
Read it. Looks like you didn't do your job.
There's an extra. Okay, what have you got first? I never thought that he was I think yes, since he was carving out his cat, like that was like his practice. I think that he was going to kill off Stu Cat because she said he was no. He was cut.
Did you already put the word smart in there?
I think this is your pencil. He was cut.
Are you getting good? You good to go or just to mom and dad? Caitlin, I think this is your pencil. But I just took it. Yeah, really. I don't want to be mad. I don't think it had anything to do with it. Why didn't you guys
I didn't bring it up to you. I don't know. Why can't there be something cool? Here. No, and how does he reach out? Well, maybe
Hey guys.
please be here. Does he like I don't think I want to call it. I'm the real life. Hey, Ben could be please, can I be?
Alright, everyone stop and give me 5. Show me on your hands how many things you've gotten done. Have you gotten done all 3 rolls? Do you need time to do one more? You've only gotten 1 roll done. Almost done with 1. You have 3 done. You guys are done. Okay, I'll give you about a minute and a half longer to continue your conversations. So if you have several rolls to get through, you need to kind of hurry up, right? Voices off still for just 1 second. Thank you. When you're done with your lit circles, please put your actual sheets in the folder so I may grade them, okay? And then please return to your original seat if it's not occupied. Make sure your name's on it.
I'm from the banana republic, and Lindsay.
Okay, everyone needs to have their novels out, and you should have a piece of paper at your desk that looks like this. Does everybody have this paper? No. Paper passers. Out.
Okay, recording.
Yeah.
What? No.
Oh,
Camera.
who else didn't get one?
I passed out. I didn't get that too. Wait, you really passed it out?
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay.
I ran out.
So today, excuse me. So today we are doing reading chapters 13 and 14, like our bookmark says. But we're also doing an art activity. Remember I said earlier in this unit that we would be redesigning our cover art for our books because some of us thought our covers were funny on our books. And I said that you would have an opportunity to analyze what's happened in the book so far and apply this to a book cover. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to continue to read aloud chapters 13 through 14 in the novel for you. And during this time you'll be designing the book cover, okay? So everyone should have a piece of paper that looks like this, except it's blank, okay? And you're going to have the opportunity to design a book cover. Now, this will be going in the hallway, so that means you need to be doing your best work, okay? Here are my requirements listed on the board here. You must have the title of the book, so the K, right? You must have the author's name, which is Theodore Taylor. You'll find how to spell that on the cover of your book. And you must have cover art by and then your name, okay, so that I know who did the actual illustration, okay? Hang on, questions at the end, okay? Other than that, what you put on the cover is your interpretation, right? So if you're a really big fan of Timothy and Philip and Stu Cat, then you can choose to create that as your novel. If you think that there are other parts of the book that are more important that you want to represent on your cover art, that's fine too, okay? Here are some examples of, these are for Mrs. Conrad's class, a middle school class. These are not the K, but these are just some examples of different cover art. Some of it's kind of hard to see, okay? But they've just taken different interpretations. They've spent their time on this, okay? So this is not something I want you to tear through and be done in 15 minutes. It'll probably take you the rest of the day if you're doing it thoughtfully, right? And you might have a little bit of time tomorrow to continue to work on this. But take your time. These are going to be up in the hallway, okay? So far, I've told you that I need a title, the author's name, and then cover art by with your name. And then on the back of the paper, I'll need you to flip it over and write me just a paragraph explaining why you chose to put on the cover what you did. Okay? So let's look at the cover art that we have on our books. We have this one, right? This is Timothy and Stu Cat with Philip in the background. We have another one here. Philip and Timothy in a storm. Okay? Let's see if there are any other representations on the internet that I found that could be handy. These are just ideas for you. I want you to make this your own. Please don't copy a cover that you've seen, but just to give you some ideas, okay? Here's an image of Philip and Timothy on what appears to be a tree during a storm. Okay?
Can I turn off the lights so we can see it?
Sure. Okay, here's the picture that we have on some of our books, right? This is from the movie adaptation. Okay, there's another picture of them on the K. Okay. So a variety of different ways. That's apparently the Spanish version of the novel.
Oh my.
Okay, so there's Philip, Timothy there on the front cover. There's our good old book again. Another picture also in Spanish. Okay, so you guys can do whatever you want, but you have to justify it, right? You can't just draw a picture of a cat in a boat on the ocean and not tell me anything about why that's the most significant part of the story, right? Okay, so I'll be reading aloud to you like we always do. You need to take your time and be thoughtful about this project because it's going to be up in the hallway with another project that we're going to be doing later, okay? Don't copy necessarily any of these covers. Make it original to you. Make sure you've met my requirements that I've listed on the board over there. This will be for a grade, okay? I'll be making sure that you have title, author name, your name, a paragraph description, and then I'll be making sure that you actually put some effort to it and use some thought behind it and more creative, okay? Now I'll take questions. Yes, Grace?
What's this stuff?
This?
Yeah.
A complete novel study guide designed for grades 4 through 8. That's just, I don't know. It's not the actual book, it's a study guide. Eric, yes, question. That's for my school, remember? Okay. That's for me, for graduation. Any questions about the project? No. Okay, so this, you need to be doing your best work. I have very few spare copies, so I would trace everything in pencil first, okay? Don't just jump into this with colored pencil and marker. After you come up with a cover that you feel meets the requirements and that tells what you want it to tell, then you may use colored pencil or marker or something to color it, okay? Just make sure you do a nice job on it, okay? All right, any other questions about the assignment? Mackenzie, will you hit the lights now that you're there? Okay.